Madam Chair, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of June 1st with correction.
Okay, motion by Ellie. Martin?
I have another change real quick, please. On the bottom of page 6, I think that I want to put before that, we need more communication on our checks and balances. The point of that was that I wanted to communicate to the membership that we do a lot of those things, not that we need more of them. So Abby, or maybe I could email kind of, well, I guess Abby, if you can kind of put that in there that way.
Okay, is there a second? Second by Fred. Any other changes? If not, all those in favor? Okay, motion carries unanimous. So we have an agenda today, and do we have any walk-ins, Jen?
Yes, we have one walk-in, Art Kayai.
Madam Chair,
Anita?
I'd make a motion to approve the June 3rd agenda with additions.
Okay, motion by Anita. Okay, second by Carol, and Carol has something. Okay. And Bing has an update on the memorial request. Any others? Len? Okay. And Ellie has an announcement. Okay, was there a second? Second by Fred. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Okay, we'll start off with Art's walk-in.
Good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, Councilman. So I'm just back here checking up on what they were gonna do with the property down there, and I seen they went down there and did some work on that dock down there. I was down there looking at it yesterday, and it actually looks pretty good, and pretty sturdy and stuff. I ended up mowing the place last night again, but here I am. Carol and Mark and we're gonna talk about the options of what, and then kind of bring it back to the council. So I was kind of wondering what happened there.
Go ahead, Mark.
So yeah, the field crew had went down after we got the shoreline permit after the last time that we were in here with this issue. Jim Westerman got us a shoreline permit pretty expediently so we could do the work before the water came up. Jerome Finley went out and he was able to saw off the pilings that the dock was sitting on, and we removed it. Plus they were able to pull out the remainders that were in the ground, so there's no stubs in the water either. They pulled out all the debris from where the dock was sloughing, and they hauled all the debris away. So that's all been taken care of. So the dock right now looks like it's secure and safe for at least this year. Don't know what the weather and that's going to be like for the long term of that dock, because that dock still is in disrepair. But as of right now, the liability of that one side falling is done and completed. Our field crew also had went out there that same week or the week before and mowed the area. They are to be putting that on their mowing priorities for right now. It did not make there was no decision made if it was going to go into wildland rec or just stay with ours department for right now. I did reach out to Willie Birthmark to get signs ordered for the 10 o'clock curfew, day use only. Just like that are on some of the other parks out there for travel member use only for day use.
Carol?
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that because I think the signage and day use and tribal members only, I think is ideal. And I think it should go to the other department. I don't know if you really manage lake lot sites, but yeah, and Art, I'm not in favor of putting it in any lease in anybody's name because then in the future, councils forget what goes on and then it becomes an individual's lot. So I think a department needs to manage it for the membership in that community. And it's a lot of kids that swim down there in that area. I remember when I was down there, there's such big rocks and they were sharp and hard to swim, but heck, if you're hot, you're gonna go swim, so. And also they have Lawrence's site where, is that tribal member only too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they seem to manage that pretty well.
So Mark, was that boat removed?
At that time, no, that boat was not removed. They were trying to trespass it. But we don't know who to trespass on. The only other option would be to actually trespass Art because it was his at one time and he would have to be liable to try to find the owner to get it removed. But we did not get any whose it is or not. I believe they put some signage on it stating that it needed to, it was in trespass.
Go ahead, Art.
I've been kind of trying to track down the guy that who I sold it to, and you know, he's nowhere around, so I don't think I'm gonna give him too much time, and I'll just have the record come and grab it and get it out of there.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
Thank you,
The
guys.
only other thing is that there was no determination that the last time, no council directive or anything on it to who is going to be in charge of that property. Because I know it was just, we were just gonna take it over for right now, just to make sure it's manned this year. Because of the dock issue, and we'll probably, with the permit that we have, we will be removing that entire dock this next winter during low water. We'll get the rest of that dock removed, because the shape of it is not the greatest, and how the Jim Westerman and them said that it looks like it may have only like 2 years life left on it, because it can and potentially fall down and get some people injured. So we would be taking that out next year, this next winter. But then after that, do we put it in, that's when we'll have to make the determination if it's gonna go into wildland rec or if it stays under the lands department for the mowing aspect.
Anita?
Madam Chair, is this something that we can, for right now, let tribal lands handle, being that they're already mowing and maintaining, or that'd be part of their list, and then put it on that property management that we've been talking about as to who could maintain it? Then we'd know whether wildland or tribal lands responsibility.
Yeah, I think we need to communicate with Tom McDonald as well, since they, like Carol said, manage the other lakeshore properties, docks or whatever. So can you communicate with Tom McDonald?
Yeah, I can reach back out with Tom. We haven't talked about where it was gonna fall. We were just more concerned about getting that north portion of the dock removed and going from there. But I can always reach out to Tom on that.
Okay, and then just have Clayton let us know. Okay, thank you, guys. Oh, Art?
So, like Mark saying that they're gonna remove the dock, probably, you know, after the summer's over, so is council gonna make a decision if we can put another dock there, or are you guys basically not gonna put a dock there? Is that gonna be down the road? What kind of decisions that you guys gonna make there, or?
I think after conversations with Wildland Rec, they can figure that out, what the cost would be, et cetera.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, Ellie, did you want to make your announcement?
Sure, thanks, Madam Chair. I just wanted to let folks know that I have raffle tickets available for a pony. It's a rocking horse pony. All proceeds will benefit MMIW, the CSKT group, and Blackfeet, their group for their search and rescue teams, I believe. But it's a local family that created the horse, and tickets are $20 each or 6 for 100, and the drawing will be held on June 26th. So if anybody's interested, I have those tickets. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. Bing, did you want to give your update?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will. Yesterday I got an email or a text stating that Tony will be okay, and he will get a list of names for the Powwow Committee for that memorial. But he stated that he retired, I guess, from doing announcing here a couple of years ago, and that he wouldn't be able to do it. But I know that Greg DeMontier was pretty avid in that ceremony too, so maybe he'll be asked maybe possibly to do that. But they're already, seem like they're all going to get all ready to go, and they're going to bring in a report to you what's going to happen. I asked them, I told them that's what you wanted, so they're going to bring that into you. So it should be coming an email here shortly, so we'll get it.
Okay, and I wasn't able to visit with facilities maintenance during our budget committee meeting yesterday. They left. And so Rick was gonna follow up on that as to the condition of the porta potties or there was no camping, right?
Well, there was people already asking if they could stay overnight, so without, it's the 4th of July, and that's what they usually do during that time. So if they wanted to camp, I guess they were going to go ahead and let them camp. So it's like I say, it's something that the people is always doing, and wanting to do. So, and getting back maybe into a partial part of the powwow, it's it'll be good for a lot of the members because that's what they want to do. A lot of them are wanting to get back with the powwow, but I know the concerns that we've had over the COVID and everything, I know that's not a possibility this year at all, but next year, things go okay, we'll probably, be back with the powwow. But there are people, Shelley asking if they can go ahead and camp there, and they were going to let them do it.
Okay, so so that's another issue that maintenance will need to check on is that whole water situation and the electrical hookups or whatever. Martin?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks, Bing, for bringing this. I attended the Salish Elders Committee yesterday, and this was brought up. Well, actually, I brought it up because I wanted to double check with them to make sure that they'd received the information. And Vi Trahan was there as well, and she was kind of relaying messages. And so, the one of the things that kind of came across that I kind of identified with was the, just the memorial and the healing that will bring, and then, have this be for our local community. And one thing that I think that we really need to focus on as well, though, is the safety aspect and making sure that the people that are there, are truly honest with themselves and with the other people around them. And if they're not vaccinated, I would highly encourage mask use and limited physical contact. At a powwow, that goes so contrary to what we have been taught. And but I feel like, we got to also do this in a way that's going to protect people. And you know, so I support this because we need to start healing. And we've talked about these big issue things that we have here. And a lot of it does come down to the lack of healing and the lack of closure on a lot of things. And, you know, this last 18 months has been hard enough with the pandemic, let alone everything else that's gone on locally and then also in the world. So I feel like for our tribes, I'm sorry, you know, this is a good first step. And I think that we shouldn't let a maintenance issue or the lack of facilities hinder us. I think that we put budgeted funds into these events, and I think that we could pay for some porta potties and, you know, if need be, generators or whatever. You know, we've had a year and a half to work on this, and it's kind of scary that we're looking at these maintenance issues now. So thank you.
Anyone else? Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, I don't know if this should be a part of the discussion right now, but I think we need to just figure out all the stuff that needs to be done and contract it out and get it done. So it's always up and available for use, because periodically we have times and then fire uses it on occasions. And I just think if it's always ready to go, then, you know, it might, you know, give us some comfort to know that it's available for everybody's use at any time.
Agreed. Okay. So if that's it for the memorial update, we'll still work with maintenance on those infrastructure needs. Carol.
Madam Chair, mine's an executive, and I think Len's is too. And mine won't take long.